those Olympic Games. That same year, George fought this classic bout with the Italian champ Bruno Visitin to open West Melbourne Stadium. The parochial Italian crowd was overjoyed when their hero was awarded the bout.
One starts well, but Barnes is pretty aggressive, and the stage is set for a really close fight.
George delighted fans in Brisbane and Sydney with his battles against the smart boxing McQuillan fighter Billy Todd. Their fight here in Brisbane was a classic 15-rounder.
Todd makes a game effort too, but with one eye closed, he's no match for the champion. Barnes piles on the points, enough to give him a win in one of the closest decisions ever in a title fight. George Barnes, still British Empire welterweight champion.
When they met in Sydney, George ended it in round 6. George Barnes was an inspiration to a generation of young battlers, as one of the great modern-day trainers, Johnny Lewis, recalls.
I love the stadium days, and I think that my first real hero was George Barnes. I remember when I used to listen to the wireless of a Monday night, and I remember the epic battles he had with Darby Brown, who was a local guy from Alexandria.
This clash with Darby Brown, an awkward tough guy from the inner city, came in 1956 when George held both the Australian and Empire titles. When Vic Patrick crowned Brown the points winner after 12 rounds, it was a monumental upset, but George settled the score 3 months later. Garner's world-class Atu Clotty had a big set of choppers and a big heart. Both his fights with Barnes ended controversially.
The dusky visitor had never been knocked down in 60 fights. Barnes attacked from the
But George and his new trainer Arthur Fennell went home winners.
Late in the bout, Clotty changed from defence to attack to make up some of the leeway. But the durable Barnes was able to stay the distance, gain a close points verdict, and retain the championship belt.
Like his dad, George fought all over the world. Johnny Van Rensburg beat him in Rhodesia in 1958, and 3 months later, Sydney Stadium was packed on this night to see George reclaim his Empire title in spectacular fashion.
And Jim Barker, my trainer, said, "You're behind on points, you've got to knock him out." So I went out and I threw this haymaker ready, won the chin, and down he went, and he got up. And I knocked him out 3 times, I think, you know. And then he got up and he was game, and he just collapsed in the arms, you know.
The African gets up again, but not for long. Barnes seems reluctant to inflict any more punishment, but the referee says fight on. Van Rensburg collapses, and Barnes becomes the only Australian to ever win an Empire title twice. The gallant Van Rensburg is assisted to his corner by Barnes, who has proved he's still among the world's top welters.
George was outgunned by the American Ralph Dupas, who was bigger, faster and younger than George. And he had more moves than Fred Astaire. By now, George was aged 35, and when he came up against Ern McQuillan's rangy Queenslander Clive Stewart here, he was too old and too small for his middleweight opponent. Clive Stewart was a tough kid from Brisbane who fought the best middleweights of his time. Luigi Colucci, Milo Savage, Billy McDonald, Willie Vaughan, and in this fight, the American Billy Hester.
He's beginning to tire, and Stewart's piling on the points. At the bell, it's Stewart, the winner on points. Behind for the first 7 rounds.
Meanwhile, George Barnes finally got sick of fighting and packed off the missus and the muscles to Magnetic Island to run a pineapple plantation. But the game kept calling. He returned to the ring to fight the Queenslander Gary Cowburn, and not only lost his Australian welterweight title to him, but for the first time, George was stopped inside the distance here in their return bout at the Sydney Stadium. For George, it was an emotional night, and Ray Connolly got choked up as well.
We went to what was to be a celebration party at the Woolloomooloo Police Citizens Boys Club, and Georgie cried continuously, because it wasn't so much that he had lost to Cowburn, the fact that he had been stopped.
And so ended the career of the little Aussie battler who typified the courage and tenacity of the golden age of Australian boxing.